Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be making a Yule log. This Yule log, although traditionally Yule logs are burnt at year end to get rid of bad omens or bad things that happen and to issue in a fresh new year, my Yule log is going to be used as a decoration on my Christmas table. All of the things I'm using in this video today were harvested from my yard. So I have this white birch tree that went down. I've got some high bush cranberries. I've got some white pine. I've got some white cedar or emerald green arborvitae. I have some black spruce, and I have some white spruce, and I have some pine cones that I harvested of different sizes. So in order to do this, I am going to lay it on, I'm going to set the log on a bed of white spruce. And what I did is, this is just a random log that was laying outside that my husband had cut, and I just kind of like the way it's set. It's pretty sturdy. It's heavy. It's pretty heavy, but it's sturdy. Sometimes people will cut them in half, but I like the structure. I like how it looks. I like all the bumps. This side's got a branch cut off, so I'll kind of bury that with some spruce or some adornments here. And when I move it to its final table, I can adjust that bottom. I don't intend to glue it down. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay down some white spruce. So I'm going to put some glue kind of in the area that I want it. And it's going to have to hold it there. And I'm going to come back around in other areas where I can see the branches touching. And I'm going to hit some glue on there too. I've seen some of the crafters that have their very large glue guns. I just have this mini. I've had it forever. So for crafting, I usually only do crafting at the holidays like this. I'm not doing crafting year round where I would be using the glue gun. So this will work for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip this on its side to let the glue, let gravity do its thing rather than me holding it, because I have to do both sides anyway. The biggest thing with this project is the waiting game for the glue. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to layer some white pine in here, and this is to cover this joint area a little bit. And then I'm going to put a pine cone in here. I've got plenty of materials already chosen. Like I said, we got a snowstorm outside. I knew it was going to snow, so I went out yesterday and I cut a lot of material so that I would have enough to do my craft projects, because I don't know how long the snow will stay on the ground. Sometimes snow disappears after every storm. It'll stay for a couple of days. It's going to be very cold here tomorrow night. I think it's going to be like -7. No. It's going to be really cold here tomorrow night. It's going to be about 7 degrees. That's pretty cold. 7 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't know what that is in Celsius. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this pine cone to go in there. If you've worked with real pine cones before, you know if you want to cure them, you put them in the oven at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, then let them cool down, and then it opens up, and it also gets the pitch to set up. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to adorn this with some berries as well. Berries are always nice. They always add a festive touch. Cut a little piece off there. So I'm going to put this other one in here. If you're putting this against the wall, you wouldn't have to decorate the other side, but like I said, this is going to be my Christmas table, and all of the children will be home. At least they're saying they're going to come home. And we're going to have everybody sitting around the table, so I want both sides decorated. So I am going to turn this around now, so I can work on it on the other side. And sometimes if you let the branches rest in the natural crevices, it kind of looks nice that way. So that's what I think I'm going to do with this one. So we're going to put some glue along the area where I want it to go. Start it, and then I'm going to glue on here. Look, make sure I get it in the right spot. last year when I did this type of project, I actually took some little pieces of pine and spruce and kind of tucked them in. So you can always take some leftover pieces and kind of shove it once you get the main anchoring pieces glued down. That helps too. Sometimes it's hard to make the decision on what you want to do. Like this here. I don't want to press it too much because it's still warm. You can, yeah, it's still warm. So I'm going to put a little spot of glue on this white pine. Again, going with the natural flow of how things want to lay is kind of a good idea. There are so many choices when it comes to a Yule log and how you want to put the pieces together. I think this turned out really, really well. If this project is helpful, please give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share this content with others. Also, I would take a look at my other holiday playlists and maybe see if there's anything else there for you, and consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any of my other great content. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.